Chapter 8, Lesson 6, Surface Area of Prisms. Today you will learn how to find the surface area of both rectangular and triangular prisms. The sum of the areas of all the surfaces, or faces, of a three-dimensional figure is the surface area. When you find the surface area of a three-dimensional figure, the units are square units, not cubic units. The first part is focusing on the rectangular prism. The surface area formula is 2 times the length times the height, plus 2 times the length times the width, plus 2 times the height times the width. If you look at a rectangular prism, it's the same on the top as it is the bottom. It's the same on the left face and right face. And it's the same on the front and the back face. So that's where the 2's come into play, because there are 2 of each face. Now, if we are looking at the length and width and height of this prism, the length and width specifically refers to the base. So the length of the prism we would consider to be 9, the width we'd consider to be 7, and the height would be 13. It's the height of the prism. When we use our surface area formula, it doesn't matter what order we add them in. So 2 times length times width, because there are 2 faces the same, plus 2 times length times height, plus 2 times width times height. From here, all we do is plug in the numbers. Surface area equals 2 times 9 times 7, plus 2 times 9 times 13, plus 2 times 7 times 13. Surface area equals. Find each of these multiplication pieces separately. So 2 times 9 times 7 is 126, plus 2 times 9 times 13 is 234, plus 2 times 7 times 13 is 182. Now you can add these amounts together, and you get a surface area of 542 inches squared. Area is always squared. Units are squared. Letter B. Again, I want to label length, width, and height, so it's easier when I plug it in. Surface area equals length times width plus length times height. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 2 length times width plus, let's fix that real quick. So 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Surface area equals 2 times 10 my marker's running a little slow. 2 times 10 times 3 plus 2 times 10 times 6 plus 2 times 3 times 6. So surface area equals 2 times 10 times 3 is 60, plus 2 times 10 times 6 is 120, plus 2 times 3 times 6 is 36. Add them together. Surface area equals 216 meters squared. Letter C. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism. Now in this case, they're actually all the same measurements, so it does not matter which is which. This is actually a cube. It's a very specific kind of rectangular prism. So surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Surface area equals 2 times 11 times 11 plus 2 times 11 times 11 plus 2 times 11 times 11. Surface area equals. Now 2 times 11 times 11 is 242, which means these are all 242 since it is a cube and they are the same. Add those amounts together and you get 726 millimeters squared. Letter D. Domingo built a toy box 60 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 36 inches, this should say, high. So we have our length of 60 inches, our width of 24 inches, and our height of 36 inches. He has 1 quart of paint that covers about 87 square feet of surface. Does he have enough to paint the outside of the toy box? Justify your answer. When it says justify your answer, it's another fancy way of saying show all your steps, show all your work. So prove through math that you are correct. Well, there's also another problem here. We have inches in our dimensions, but our paint is in square feet. So the first thing we want to do is change all of our dimensions into feet. So we've got our length of 60 inches, our width of 24 inches, and our height of 36 inches. Now remember, there are 12 inches in a foot, so all we're going to do here is divide each of these dimensions by 12 inches. 60 divided by 12 is 5 feet. 24 divided by 12 is 2 feet. And 36 divided by 12 is 3 feet. This also gives us smaller numbers to work with. We're talking about painting the outside of a toy box, so we're really discussing surface area. So let's start with our formula. Surface area equals 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. Surface area equals 2 times our length is 5, our width is 2, plus 2 times length of 5, height of 3, plus 2 times width of 2, height of 3. Surface area equals 2 times 5 times 2 is 20, plus 2 times 5 times 3 is 30, plus 2 times 2 times 4 is 12. Add them together. Surface area equals 62, and this time we changed it to feet, so feet squared. Now the question doesn't ask you for the surface area. It wants to know if he has enough paint. If he has a quart of paint that covers 87 square feet, and he only needs to paint 62 square feet, does he have enough paint? Yes, he has enough paint. And that is our answer. What the justification is all of the work we've shown above. Surface area of triangular prisms. To find the surface area of a triangular prism, it is more efficient to find the area of each face and calculate the sum of all the faces rather than using a formula. Now on a triangular prism, you have two triangular bases that are the same. So you have two triangles that are the same, and then you have three rectangular faces. Sometimes they are the same measurement, but they are not always the same measurement. So this is very similar to finding area of composite figures, where we find the area of all the pieces of the shape, and then we add them together to find the total. So let's take a look at letter A. Find the surface area of the triangular prism. So we have two triangles that are the same. So I'm going to put times 2. And then I know I have three rectangles that aren't necessarily the same. Let's look at the triangle. The base and height of the triangle is 4 and 3. If you look at the bottom rectangle, our dimensions are 4 and 6, so I will make one of them 4 and 6. Look at the side rectangle. The dimensions are 6 and 3. And then the other rectangle we can't see very clearly has this length of 5 and a length of 6. So if you're looking at the prism, the height of the prism is actually 6 meters from base to base. That's how we find the height. It's 6 meters, and every single rectangle has the 6 meters. And then we would just take the other dimensions for the three rectangles. So let's find area. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area equals 0.5 times 4 times 3. Area equals 6 meters squared. However, there are two of them. So let's multiply it by 2. And the area of the two bases is 12 meters squared. The area of a rectangle is base times height. Area equals 4 times 6. Area equals 24 meters squared. Next one. Area equals base times height. Area equals 3 times 6. Area equals 18 meters squared. Last one. Area equals base times height. Area equals 5 times 6. Area equals 30 meters squared. To find the total surface area, we need to add all of these amounts together. So 12 plus 24 plus 18 plus 30 is a grand total of 84 meters squared, and that's the area of the prism. Letter B. The height of the prism from base to base is 4. So I know my three rectangles will have one dimension that is 4. The other dimensions, I've got 2.5, 3, and these little dashes mean that those sides of the triangle are the same, which means I have another side length of 2.5. Our triangle, the base is 3, and the height is 2. And again, we have two of them. So start with the triangle. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 0.5 times 3 times 2. area equals 3 centimeters squared. But there are two triangles because there are two bases, so the area for both of them is 6 centimeters squared. Square rectangles, area equals base times height. Area equals 2.5 times 4. Area equals 10 centimeters squared. Next, area equals base times height. Area equals 3 times 4. Area equals 12 centimeters squared. And the last one, we've already done 4 times 2.5, so I can just say here area equals 10 centimeters squared. If you have the same rectangles, there's no sense in doing the work twice. So then we add them all together. So my surface area equals 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 10. So the surface area equals 38 centimeters squared. Letter C. From base to base, the height is 4. So I know the three rectangles are going to have a dimension of 4. And the other three dimensions are 13, 5, and 12. Our triangles, there are two of them, have a base of 12 and a height of 5. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 0.5 times 12 times 5. Area equals 30 inches squared. But there are two triangles, so let's multiply that by 2. Area equals 60 inches squared. Now to our rectangle. Area equals base times height. Area equals 13 times 4. Area equals 52 inches squared. Area equals base times height. Area equals 5 times 4. Area equals 20 inches squared. Last rectangle, area equals base times height. Area equals 12 times 4. Area equals 48 inches squared. To find the surface area, we add them all together. 60 plus 52 plus 20 plus 48. Surface area equals 180 inches squared. Marty is mailing his aunt the package shown. How much cardboard is used to create the shipping container? From base to base, that dimension is 14. So I know each of my rectangles has a dimension of 14. The triangle is 4 and height of 3. Our rectangles, we have a dimension of 3.6. We have another dimension of 3.6. And we have a dimension of 4. Starting with the triangles. Oh, and there are two triangles. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 0.5 times 4 times 3. Area equals 6 inches squared. But I have 2 triangles, so area equals 12 inches squared. Our rectangles. I have 2 rectangles that are the same, so I'm only going to do the work once. Area equals base times height. Area equals 14 times 3.6. Area equals 50.4 inches squared. And I know this one is also 50.4 inches squared because it's the same one as before. Last rectangle, area equals base times height. Area equals 4 times 14. Area equals 56 inches squared. To find the surface area, we add all the smaller areas together. So 12 plus 50.4 plus 50.4 plus 56 168.8 inches squared.